Kentucky's relationship with the thoroughbred industry goes back centuries. It's a lucrative business that now contributes hundreds of millions of dollars of revenue to the state each year and attracts racing's great and good from all over the world.
This is where it's at. I mean, the November sale kind of makes next year. Everybody's trying to reload the inventory and get the factories, and how this sale goes will dictate how the stallion booking season goes, and probably somewhat how September goes next year.
American mares are very fast. Fast American mares are as fast as you get. Obviously Australia's all about speed, and we've seen that American mares historically have been hugely successful in Australia. So we've come here and cherry-picked what we think are some of the jewels in the catalogue to bring home.
If you look at the Facet, Titum and the Kinlan, I think they are the best in the world in terms of the bloodstock, in terms of selection of the race, even the mare or the yearling. I think they presented one of the best selection, and our members want to be also at the top. So that's the reason why you're here.
Founded in 1898, Fasig-Tipton in Lexington is the oldest bloodstock auction house in North America, and it's where some of the world's most expensive racehorses have come to be sold. Buyers from around the globe are here for this evening's sales. There's going to be some big names put through the ring, so expect some hefty prices. In 2008, a record $14 million were paid for a broodmare, and as much as $50 million could be spent in just a few hours here this evening. With 5 specialised sales throughout the year, the focus is on breeding stock this month. Bloodstock agent John McCormack sources and buys horses on behalf of clients all over the world. And for him, these auctions represent opportunity.
This is where the stories start. American Pharaoh was brought to auction as a yearling. He was let out unsold, but the opportunity was there for any buyer, if they wanted him, to pay more than $200,000, and they would have got a horse to win the Triple Crown. So, you know, the new stars emerging are here, and the already stars, the horses that have already been successful, are here. So it's a marriage together of what you think will be and what has already happened. And it's fascinating to see, especially these mares, when you look at them and you know that they were a champion on the racetrack, and you're looking at them in a way, what made you so good? And you know, you're looking at their limbs, and they've actually, you know, lived through the racing barrier of getting through all those many races that they've tried. But you know, that is the quest, is to try to find the next one, be it the next good mare or the next good racehorse.
What do you love about the job?
Oh, it's the best job in the world. Honest to God, this is the greatest job in the world. And this business, truthfully, I've seen grown men fall to tears in racing, and there's emotion in every aspect of it, from breeding a foal that a vet at the time may have advised won't live, and it comes out and turns out to be a great racehorse, and just seeing the people who are involved with that at all the different stages, it's wonderful to see.
While John might be looking to buy, plenty are here to sell. It's an auction that regularly breaks records, but what is it that makes these thoroughbreds worth millions?
To a certain extent, they're like commodities. You know, you can judge very accurately what they're worth based on thousands of them very similar to that have sold in the past. But when you get into horses that are Grade 1 winners, Group 1 winners, future Hall of Famers, they kind of transcend that commodity status and they become collector's items. So, you know, you have 20 pieces of art, and you know, they're by different artists, but then you have one that's just a rarity, and you know, you can't get your hands on that. Then there's no comparing to previous pieces. This is a piece into itself. So when you had like Havita Grace, who we sold over here a few years ago, she brought 10 million. She was a female horse of the year. Very few of those go on the market. Incredible pedigree, beautiful, just conformation was incredible. She was a collector's item, and so that all, you know, previous analysis of what other horses like her have brought, there's just not very many to compare her to. So those are the ones that are fun to sell.
There's an air of expectation as the crowds gather in anticipation of the evening's bidding. John reveals that there's one particular lot that he has his eye on. Love the Chase, dam of the 2014 Horse of the Year California Chrome, is in foal, and having already produced yearlings similar to herself, she'll make a precious commodity that will attract a lot of attention.
We know that California Chrome's a lovely horse. You know, he's a good-boned horse himself. He's bigger than she is, and you know, he's stronger. But you know, she's produced them, and so you'd like to think, having seen the picture of the yearling, you know, that that's the stock she gets. She gets nice horses, so it's whether the story keeps on going with her. But so far, it's a very intact, good story.
But the who's who of the racing world, or representatives of racing royalty, are here today.
Yes,
it's be
absolutely.
difficult.
I mean, of course it'll be difficult. I mean, like, there's members from the royal family from the Middle East here. There's very big buyers from America who are very established in the racing game. There's always potentially new people coming into it. There's very high profile buyers from Japan who year after year come back and always try to buy the very best. And they've been very competitive.
Night falls and the mood changes when the action moves inside. There's a flurry of activity as notes are taken, final decisions are made, and the horses led into the auction ring where the big money will change hands. It's a nervous time for John as his lot comes in and the bidding begins. As expected, interest is high and the price climbs quickly to the $1 million mark. A maximum spend has already been agreed with his client, and when that figure is reached, it looks like he may be out of the running. But a last-minute phone call puts him back in the game.
$2 million at $1,959,1,959,1,2 million, and Bruce, $1,950,000. Thank you. Good luck.
It's good news for John as he sees off the competition, and Love the Chase is bought for $1.95 million. Elated, he's swamped by the media. He won't reveal who the new owners are, but he can say that she'll be staying in America. Well, congratulations. You liked her earlier, and mission completed.
Yeah, mission completed. Lovely mare. I mean, a really classy mare, and Danver Horse of the Year, when that comes up, it's lovely to participate and try to buy something like that. And she was a lovely mare. It was competitive in there. I didn't think it would have to go to that. I got a phone call late to keep going. I thought I was out, but I was back in. And so luckily it fell our way.
All of the horses here have bright futures, either racing or breeding. But for a lot of horses that retire from the track, there are no alternatives. And for them, Old Friends is a nearby farm which provides a home for retired racehorses. And if you want to find out more about that organisation, then head to the racing section on CNN.com. After the break on Winning Post, we're going to be with Breeders' Cup runner Celestine. The 4-year-old is going to be put through the ring at the nearby Keeneland Sales.